There's a lot that needs to change, a lot that will change. You have a very different point of view on profitability. How do we start to change this narrative? So again, everybody listening or watching, again, this conversation is probably facing those internal concerns. So how can they start to, first of all, educate themselves about what needs to change? What is the situation that the industry needs to go through in order to start to, first of all, as you said, measure everything that is correctly, generating profit, and making those shifts internally so they can have the conversation with the CFO?
Yeah. We were just, when we were writing this paper, one of the key things where we were looking at, let's look at the programs, the number of programs we've launched, and then let's look at the ones that have really succeeded and still after a decade are performing and very much have a seat at the board table, and what makes them different compared to the others. And coincidentally, 86% of all the programs that we've designed are still in their second decade. So, clearly we've got something right there.
Yeah.
The way I would say is that fundamentally what we have done is to ensure that when you're setting up a program, you're clear about the ROI. Why are you setting this up? What is the objective? And what do we expect to see? What does success look like? Being very clear about how we're going to achieve that path and what the paths could be. The details can change, obviously, as you go along. Customer expectations change, businesses' objectives change. But fundamentally, where does that program sit in that business has to be very clearly defined. Is it just a cost center in marketing? Is it actually an entity of its own? And that's an exercise, that we do right at the early stages of the workshops that we conduct with our brands, is where do they see loyalty going.